What's up, trendsetter gang? How y'all doing? I want to talk. I had one video I wanted to do today, but I'm gonna have to do a sidebar and do that video on another day. The 3 things to do to change your life or to level up for 2019. But this video is going to be about just a brief discussion about Nipsey Hussle's funeral. I thought it was nice. It was very reflecting of what he did and what he accomplished. I feel like he was very much in touch with his spiritual side, and his mom, she's spiritual, and she stated that her and Ermias Ashkedom, aka Nipsey Hussle, they talked about, I think they had a premonition of his death. I don't know if he knew when it was going to happen, but he knew. I feel like he knew from, her talking today. The kids got up and spoke, Lil Wayne's son. And the baby, I thought it was so funny because the baby just kept grabbing the mic from everybody. The son of Nipsey Hussle and Lauren London. I just thought it was cute. He just kept grabbing the mic. So I'm like, he gonna be another Nipsey or what? It was pretty long, but it was heartfelt. I think my favorite part of the funeral is when Stevie Wonder came and performed, I think, a song that Nipsey liked. I think it's called Tears. And I liked when Nipsey's dad spoke. His sister Lauren spoke and talked about how, he was everything to her and wanted them to always be on their best. And I think he is the only man she's ever loved from the sound of it. And she talked about how he was a gentle father. Snoop Dogg. I like the part when Snoop got up. Snoop was very first of all, let me just tell y'all at the beginning of the funeral, what's her name? I forget the artist. Ambrosia. I forget her name. But anyway, she was singing and she could barely sing for crying. You could hear her. She was singing, but you could hear the crying in the singing. She was trying not to, get all emotional, but it came out through her singing. Lauren London got a tad bit emotional in her speech, but she picked it back up. My favorite speaker was Samuel Ashkedom, aka Nipsey Hussle's brother. He cried through the whole time. He talked, he cried, he talked, he cried. He told some funny stuff about Nipsey when they were little, and they showed pictures of him and Nipsey Hussle dancing together as young boys. They were really young boys, and I thought that was great video footage and just showed him how he became a man, getting older in his teens and 20s and as he got older as a man. And I thought it was really, really good. The man, I forget his name, the preacher, he really did a good job and incorporated one of Nipsey's songs. He chanted one of Nipsey's songs at the end of his speech. Snoop Dogg was very emotional. He said, this one is too much for me, but he got through it. And he paid his first respects to Lauren London and the family, the kids. And she said, told Lauren that, Lauren London reminded him of, Snoop Dogg said Lauren London and Nipsey Hussle reminded him of him and his wife. And if you look at the video with Stephen Curry, I think it was 5 minutes with Stephen Curry or something like that. And they're in this 5 minutes from Stephen Curry's house. They were in look like what you call a sprinter, and they were talking, and Nipsey mentioned Snoop Dogg and his relationship with his wife, how he was, committed to his wife, and just, their love, and, black love. And he talked about every king needs a queen, a black queen, and I thought that was cool. YG spoke, and DJ Mustard. And his mom spoke very, very long and well about him. But she's very spiritual, but they had a spiritual connection. Lauren said he would burn sage in the house and play music for the kids so they would have a good day and stuff when he would be around. She said when she was sick, he was there with her the whole time. They showed pictures of him and Cross, and him and his daughter. It was really good, and his sister spoke as well. It was a lot of love in the room. Oh, my bad. I cannot forget. Jesus help me. Farrakhan. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little tired. Farrakhan spoke, and as usual, I'm impressed all the time. Like, y'all seen the videos of the Nation of Islam, just taking over the whole, right there in front of Nipsey's shop, and I think around it was some Shell station or gas station next to it. He had his soldiers like Hut 1, 2, 3, like they were all around, like representing the women too. And I just pray that everybody take take this time to, let Nipsey Hussle be an example and be inspired to live, because he's changed the world now. There's a shift because of him, and I feel like we owe it to ourselves, we owe it to our communities, we owe it to our loved ones, and especially our children, which are our future. We owe it to spread what his legacy was and celebrate that. And Lauren London and YG said, and the marathon continues. So we do know that the marathon will continue to be ran. I think Samuel said the same thing. Like, he was like, he know if he died today, his set will be proud of him, proud of Nipsey, because they represent. And so that, him and his sister was talking about they was going to go hard for Nipsey and his name. Snoop Dogg said, hey, man, I got you. He saluted him. He said, Nipsey Hussle got, he was able to touch all kinds of people from different walks of life. And, they referred to him as our black Jesus. Like, it will never be another. Or like Mike Epps said, it will never be a now another over there. Because it was just heartfelt. I just shed a couple of tears watching it. It was emotional. And then at the end, I think Samuel laid on the casket. When they got ready, all the men came up on stage to grab, the casket. The guys talked around the casket, you know what I'm saying? I think them was probably his closest homeboys, I'm not sure. And Samuel laid on the casket, and just kind of cried a little bit, but he straightened up a little bit and began to help carry his brother's body out. And I'm told they probably gonna televise it or put it on TMZ. Where they after the funeral, they took his body, rode it around, I think they said for 25 miles, from, I think, the Staples Center all the way. It's going to be Slauson. It's going to hit some landmark areas. I don't know all the names of the streets, but they were going to take 25 minutes to do that, I believe. And I'm glad, and I'm really, as sad as I am, and somber as I am, I'm so glad to have known about what he did. I didn't know him, but you knew him through his music. You knew him through the interviews. If you watch the interviews on YouTube, you know him. Like they said, he was the same cat. He never changed. He was himself. Well, he did change, but you know, he kept the same type of attitude. He didn't act different around this group of people and act different around this group of people. I just feel like he was a great example and inspiration to his family, to his friends, to his community, to the black community. You know, getting the gangsters to reunite. That's pretty powerful. I'm still stunned, astounded by the things he's done and accomplished. And I just pray that God will be with Lauren London, the children, his son and his daughter, and even Lil Wayne's son, because those are his sisters and brothers. So I'm sure it's affecting him to see them. And then Nipsey was around him too, so I'm sure it's affecting him in some kind of way. And Lauren, you know, I just, you know, my heart goes out to her, and we gonna uplift, you know, you guys. I just, and his mom and his brother and his dad and other family members. Words cannot express how valuable this man was, and still is to our community. If we don't drop the baton and we keep it going. And there was a lady, I forget her name. She was a white lady. She was an attorney that was on the board with Nipsey Hussle for a thing he's doing with the kids that we didn't even know about, because the lady was saying her last name is Noriega, but she was saying that he wanted to help the kids not to stop the gang violence, and so I think it's something with the schools. I can't remember everything. I just looked at it not too long ago, but y'all forgive me. I'll remember and repeat it in the next video. But the tribute of the Nipsey Hussle funeral, they had on CBS. They put it on YouTube, and I was able to see the lady speak and talk about how she was on the board with him, and he didn't even brag about this. He didn't tell nobody. She said he was just a person that wanted to help out in his community, help the young, you know, the young black guys and the young children. Like he didn't brag about it. He didn't talk about it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's amazing. I'm just so glad to have that energy hit the earth so that we could be a part of that. That is an example of some good energy, and I'm just thankful to know of him. And the people that know him. It is a gift and a blessing to know him that way, because I wish I did. I really could hang out with that brother. Like, I really could. I mean, he was vegan. He was a visionary. He was committed to his woman. He was a family man. He was a dad, entrepreneur, community contributor, you know, on the board, owning things, running things, buying, you know, property, investing in real estate, music. He had his own world. And I really admire that. It takes a lot to do that. And I'm glad that he was able to run his last victory lap. He did everything he needed to do. Everything, I think, from this point, if he had continued to live, would have been extra or what he wanted to do. But I feel like he lived a very good life. He lived very well. And was a great example to his community. I am so thankful. I am so thankful for him. I'm thankful for his life. I'm thankful for his contributions. I'm thankful for his genius, his entrepreneur endeavors, and the mind that he had. I mean, he remind me so much of my dad. You got the gangster side, but then you got the boardroom. You can get in there and talk with the big and the best of them. And Snoop Dogg said, I'm going to end like this. He said, Barack Obama sent a letter of, condolences to him and his family. That's big for a gangster. And like Snoop said, that's huge. I mean, ain't nobody got that done like that. I could go on and on about this man. Like he was really good. I'm just so happy. I'm happy about. I was sad looking at the funeral, but I was so happy to know what he was. Such a gift to us. And I just hope that we really move on. He changed the world, so we got to just keep it going and take the baton and run with it. And we in the perfect time to do, the entrepreneurship. We in a perfect time to do the things he talked about. We in the perfect time for it. And I'm glad he took something, Slauson Avenue, and made it from nothing to something. I think they're gonna name that street right there, in front of the marathon. I think they naming it Nipsey Hussle Avenue Road Street. I don't know, but it's Nipsey Hussle something. Yeah, I'm happy about it. I'm really happy. I'm just a little somber, and then I'm a little tired, but I'm still happy at the same time. But you guys tell me what you think about Nipsey Hussle's funeral if you saw it. My favorite part was the Stevie Wonder, Snoop Dogg, and Samuel and Lauren London. I liked all of it, but I had a lot of high points. But that was a great funeral. I mean, he's gonna be truly missed. That's for sure. That is for doggone sure. And when you have people of different races and people celebrating you all over the world, that speaks volumes. He didn't affect his community. He went as far as the world. So he transcended rap. He transcended gang culture. He transcended gang banging, all that stuff, to be more of a man. You know what I'm saying? It's more to you than gang banging. It's more to you than being a father. It's more to you than just being an entrepreneur, a dad, a husband, a community activist, or a community contributor. It's so many facets to Nipsey, and it's amazing. It's just amazing. So anyway, I don't want to make this video any longer than I have to, but I really enjoyed it. You guys tell me what you think, if you think anything about it. This has been a touchy subject for me, and I think for a lot of us. And rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace. So without further ado, Trendsetter Gang, I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about Nipsey Hussle. Also, I wanted to say before I go, I am thinking about doing a live stream tomorrow. Maybe I can do it around 8 or 9. Do a live stream where I can do a get to know me video. I know you guys said you wanted me to do a get to know me video, and I don't know what you want to ask me. Deazia told me to gave me a few questions, but I'm sure it's more than 3 that you guys want to know. So I feel like live, I can read on the side, and you guys can kind of type in what you want me to answer, and I'm going to answer them as best as I can. There will probably be some that I will not answer, but just ask me anyway, and I'll let you know if I want to answer it. Because I know sometimes y'all be doing too much out there in YouTube land, honey. But yes, I love you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell everyone that you know and anyone that you know about your girl video, Trendsetter Gang. And don't forget, when we get to 100 subscribers, I am going to do, I think it's the 4-time, the 2-time. I can't remember. I think I said the 4-time spicy noodle challenge. So, you guys let me know what you think. If you want to chime in on the live video, I can do it tomorrow at 8, but you have to let me know. I won't do it until I get at least 5 people on. And thank you, Jesus, for my 8 subscribers. I'm so happy. And I will talk to you guys on the next video. Love you. Bye, Trendsetter Gang.